Yay, we're live. Finally. Sorry for being late, everyone. Uh, welcome to another episode of I didn't name the series, but this is in It's Not Brain Surgery, my group. And today I have Mr. Ernesto, who is a video what do you like to be do you like to be called a video guru or
Maybe a video god? Maybe no,
Yes,
just kidding. I don't
I
know.
like that better.
Um, yeah,
He um he makes some incredible videos, and he knows the importance of adding video and incorporating video into your brand, into your content strategy online. So important. And I hammer this into my people in my group. I hammer it into their heads, and having somebody else tell them should cement it in there, I feel. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump in, and how did you get started in video? That's what I want to know.
yeah. First of all, that is really cool. This is on my cell
Awesome,
phone. This
right?
is live, and that's branding right there. The
Oh yeah.
colors, the way that you do all these things, and that is just absolutely brilliant.
Got to brand
Uh,
everything, right?
Love it, love it. Yeah, my name is Ernesto, and I am the founder of Filmit.com. And Filmit.com, actually, what we do is what I do is I create promotional videos specifically for clinicians, for therapists, but I've been branching out to different types of organizations. So I do promotional videos for universities now, and I've
Oh.
been doing that for a while. But the way that I got into this is I attended a real estate agents conference 2013, I believe, and then they were using videos to showcase their homes.
Hmm.
And it was me and my social clinical psychologist supervisor who brought me there. And next thing you know, I'm doing videos and doing promotional videos, and found the power of utilizing videos to promote your brand and to further your brand. So I've been doing it ever since.
That's crazy. So you like kind of were forced into it. You're like, huh, there you go. People need
Yeah,
videos.
I've been shouting about videos for a while now, specifically for the mental health community. And I've seen the stats, and I've seen the power of videos. And if you notice, social media now is really favoring videos. So
Hmm.
you've got live streaming videos just like this. You've got Zoom. You've got it's becoming incredibly powerful to just further your brand just in one click and one record button, putting it up on YouTube, and then just sharing it on multiple social media spheres.
I think a lot of people, this is at least from what I see, a lot of people, when I tell them to incorporate videos, they say, I'm scared to, or I don't know how to, or, all of these excuses. And I mean, would you say that's imposter syndrome? Probably.
Yeah, there that is, and there is, and to validate that, yes, it's absolutely scary, because when you think about it, there's a lot of people out there that's going to judge you and troll you,
Hmm.
right? So when you do a video, it's either going to backfire or not.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some people are just gonna do it, and people in the mental health world, therapists in the mental health world, um, we're not trained for this stuff. And so the way that I help them through all this is just to get out and learn the strategies on how to do videos, um, and catch up, right? So, and it doesn't have to be just you in front of the camera. It could be videos of in nature. It
Hmm.
could be a video of a flower, and or maybe a video of a bee hanging out in the flower, right? And then do some sort of a beautiful quote over that.
Yeah.
And then put your website on the side, and that's it. A video just like that.
It, you just said that social media is kind of favoring videos right now, and I'm seeing that a lot too. I feel like more people should do it, but they hesitate, not only for that reason, because they think that it has to be their face. So I think that's a really important thing to say, is like, it doesn't have to be your face. I mean, that's where the branding comes in. Obviously, that's my part where I say, hey,
Yeah.
show them your face because it connects. But as like a lead in to that, you can do, you know, a little stock video. And you
Yeah,
can take that
absolutely.
yourself. You can take that yourself. You don't need to find it anywhere.
Absolutely. So you can, you can hang out at the beach, and if you wanted to do a self-care video, you can just take a video, take it as close as possible to the ocean or the receding of the tides and the waves, and just press record, and then put some nice music overlay over that, and then put that on your website as a self-care tool, right? Or a video. But yeah, absolutely. The algorithms for Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn, they're really favoring the videos. And so the more that you're out there, people are going to sense and feel your energy through the video. So
Yeah.
that is another level of brand marketing, right? Photos is one level, but when you add the visual, the audio, the energy, your body language, it adds a whole new level of identity and branding.
That was something I just learned like a couple weeks ago with even just the positioning of your camera when you're doing an interview with somebody, that if you're in like the top half of your screen, people respect you more than if you're like down here, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that either, and I was like, "Oh, let me let me sit up here." You
Yeah,
know.
one thing that I recommend for people to know the power of video angles or camera
Mm.
angles is watch Alfred Hitchcock movies. If you watch Quentin Tarantino movies,
Oh.
all of the angles of their shots, every single one of them has a story to tell. Alfred Hitchcock is notorious. His visuals are notorious for weird angles, like extreme close-ups and
Yeah.
camera angles from that angle and this angle. But you understand why he's placing it in those areas, because he wants you to be curious and he wants you to be confused. He wants you to feel eerie. So absolutely, camera angle is huge.
Oh, it's funny. I talk about that too in photography. It's the same. It's like a camera angle and the composition of it can tell a story by itself. Like you don't need to have fancy things, and it doesn't need to be a super like high production with very expensive equipment. There's incredible things you can, even with your phone, that you can do.
Yeah. If you watch, I don't know if you have TikTok, but if you have TikTok, people's creativity just
Oh my
goes on a
God.
whole new level. It's just so fun to watch, and watch the way that they edit the videos and the stories that they tell within 15 seconds or so,
Mm-hmm.
or less. I mean, it's just been pretty amazing to watch that on social media. But this is what videos do. They tell a lot of stories. They project their emotional responses to it. So that is the power of videos.
Do you think that's why TikTok blew up like it did? Like, I feel like it was just all of a sudden everyone was on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's one level. I think the other level is TikTok provides a video frame or an escape, a video escape for
Mm.
people, and just a way to just find humor in the world. Satire is huge at the moment, so that
Mm-hmm.
is something that I think the video and social media world can offer as well.
We
But,
all need
you
something
don't.
to laugh at right now. Like,
Absolutely,
seriously.
absolutely, and it's videos are ripe for it as well.
I see a lot of people growing their business on TikTok too, like expanding that reach. Then that's incredible
Hmm.
to me. I mean, that might be a good place for you to start if you want to start incorporating video and you're afraid to go live right away, you know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Dang.
absolutely, and going live is the best way to engage with your audience as well too. There's the part of branding is the experience that you create with other people,
Yeah.
and with the videos, there's got to be some sort of an experience. What do they want to experience when they watch your videos? Is it consistent when if and when they see you face to face, in the presence in the room? These are some of the things that you try to replicate in videos as much as possible.
So important. I hate when people pretend to be something that they're not, and then you meet them in person and it's like, no,
Yeah,
that's not
who
you.
are you?
Yeah. A lot of people do that, unfortunately.
Mm.
Do you have any any like recommendations for doing stuff for videos on your phone, like editing apps or anything like that you?
Yeah, here's the thing that I want to encourage people to really just think about. Um, there are apps that's available for us everywhere. So I recommend all of the apps now because it's just getting better and better and better. But here's the thing that I tell people these days is try less of editing your videos. Like if you're doing a self-care video, go to the park and just show trees and you're talking about self-care. Give 3 examples of what self-care is like. If you wanted to identify entrepreneurship, what is entrepreneurship? Just get in front of a camera and talk, and just develop that way of communicating. If you want to create a professionally done, obviously there's a lot of apps out there for your
hire someone.
Adobe Premiere, but there's also one that I discovered that is free. It's called OpenShots.
OpenShots.
And it's OpenShots. And I can send you that link, but it's free and it's compatible with Mac and PCs as well. So it's really easy way to drag and drop, cut and paste your videos. So it's really, really interesting to see the new form of videos these days and the video editing software. But overall, I think what I love to recommend is for people just to less edits, less polish, more authenticity.
Yep.
That's the way to go for it, especially with live streaming video.
I love that. I think we focus too much on like special effects because that's just where we are right now in the world. We want to explode things and but yeah, that's I tried to use what's the Adobe program for editing?
The Adobe Premiere.
Premiere, yeah. I tried to use it and I was like, okay, I need to either have better videos or like more time because like my brain is just but it's like so easy to use, but at the same time, like I'm used to editing photos, so I'm like, hold on, this is really tough, So,
yeah. That's a learning curve. That's a professional.
Yeah.
That's one of the top programs to use as a video editor. So I recommend just drag and drop the easy ones. So I'm always looking out for it because I've got people who want to do editing, but at the same time, it's scary to do all these editing on your own, because you're seeing all the interface and you're like, what the heck?
So do you have any tips for people? Say they want to start incorporating live videos or recorded videos into their content online.
Yeah.
What are some tips, like easy things, just like the camera angle, stuff like that you could tell them?
Yeah. So there's a few ways to do this, right? So I speak, first thing is lighting. What you want to do is you want to position your lighting a certain way. So I've got a light ring right in front of me, but I also have a natural lighting. My backyard is right here and there's a big window, right? So to you've got window to your right side. Your right side, yes, your right side.
My left side, sorry.
Left side.
Backwards.
So if you notice, your left side is illuminated, right? So what you want to do is first, if you want to use good lighting, number one, lighting, position your camera in front of that window so that you've got more illuminated lights. Now you see the shadow on your side.
Yep.
You see that?
Let me fix it now.
You could do what you could do. What you could do is you could also now, there you go. You could switch it like that. But what you could also do is you can get a glossy paper or poster board and just put it on the opposite end so that light is bounced off of that glossy board onto your face. So everything is there, okay? So that's one. Audio is the number one thing everyone has to worry about. I know that Daniel is the master at audio.
You can see it now.
He's right behind all the audio. If you're doing a video, you've got to make sure that your audio is good. no hissing, nothing like that, or no pinging of the sound. It doesn't sound like you're in the bathroom when you're doing audio, right? So make sure you get a nice, good, cheap audio. You can. I think you have Audio Technica or some other form.
Yes.
You can use Audio Technica. There's Yeti microphones. So that's one. Make it as clear as possible. The next is then getting a tripod. You can just go to Walmart, get one of those tripods that holds your cell phone. And I recommend just using your cell phone video capability like that. Exactly
Amazon.
like
This
that.
one's cool because it like will wrap around stuff too.
Yeah. So using that, and because I speak with my hands, right, I want my video or my cell phone on a tripod. So that is going to help me with the view, right? So the positioning of the camera, I highly recommend that having the camera positioned where the frame is from your belly button to the top of your head, and if you can look at the frame and there's that gap just like this,
The
that's
negative
good.
space, yeah.
Just like that, right? If it's a gap that's like too far and then your head's just like this, I've seen a lot of videos like that, you've lost the video game. So what you want to do is you want to just hold up it looks kind of weird like that, right? Like that. That is a good,
Ooh.
There you go. That's how you position your camera, But if you wanted to, create a video that's like in different angles, obviously,
Yeah,
you could do that.
artistic one, yeah.
But for now, what you want to do, if you want to do a video, tripod in front of you like this, and you're just making sure that you're making eye contact. Now, here's the other thing. I can see us here. You see that? I'm looking at our video here, and I'm losing eye contact. So we have the tendency to look at ourselves on the screen. So what we want to do is we want to look at the camera as much as possible. So my camera, Logitech webcam 1080p C920 is in front of me. So I'm looking at that. And so that is how I position my camera, is head on, making eye contact, not looking at myself so that I know what's going on. I'm kind of like, I don't want my hair like that.
I feel like we all do that too. We all either look at the person we're talking, like that's what I do. I don't look at myself. I look at the person I'm talking to. But that's obviously if I'm doing an interview type thing. But you look at yourself because you're just looking straight ahead. You're not,
Yeah, if you're looking straight ahead into the camera, it makes it as if you are looking at me, right? The people who are watching it don't know, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
They don't know. I mean, it looks like you're looking at them, you're looking at me on the frame. So those are the psychology behind the way that I teach how to do videos, especially on your cell phone.
It's a good tip.
Yep. So look, I'm looking at you, and I've already lost contact with people who may be watching this.
Yeah,
but if I look at that, it's like I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at you.
And I keep looking at you because I'm talking to you, because that's just like that's ingrained in your head that you're supposed to look at somebody when you're talking to them. That's why that's a good tip. That is a really good tip. Good job. No, I'm just kidding. We knew you were gonna have all the tips. I feel like it's hard too when you're using your cell phone, when you do it in portrait, right? It's right there. The camera's right there. But then if you do it landscape, the video camera's on the side. So you're like,
where do I go? Where I know? So just what I normally do is I get a post-it note, okay? And here is the camera, right? So what I normally do is I put the post-it right above like this. And from there, I put bullet points of what I'm going to be talking about.
Genius.
And then as I'm talking, I see my bullet point, but I'm looking at my camera, bullet point, camera. So it's like a slight back and forth.
God. You just changed my life.
Right?
Because I'm like, I've got this yellow piece of paper here with what I want to say. I'll just tape it to the So smart. That's
There it
like so
is. Just put
simple
it under
too.
your thing and you're
It's such a
looking
simple
slightly
thing.
looking.
Such a simple thing. I
Yeah.
love that. Um, what what do you think is the biggest reason people should incorporate video into their content, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's familiarity. If you notice, I think it's invitation to know, to understand,
Mm-hmm.
to connect. So what videos do, I mean, you can see this. We watch our the people that we watch on social media, right? And they have videos. We develop a psychological connection with them, whether we like it or not. So what videos do is that it connects you with the frame, and behind the frame is that individual. So psychologically, you're unconsciously developing a loyalty. So let's say you've been watching someone that you really like, and inspires you and connects with you. You connect with them on video, and you've been watching their content. What would that be like if you see them at the gas station?
You
You
think that
know,
it's almost like a celebrity experience. Like, oh, I know that person. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
and that's
So,
happened to me.
yeah. So if you see them, or when they see they've been watching your videos, and then they meet you for the first time in your counseling office, it takes the relationship beyond creating rapport,
I love that.
right? So you've already developed a rapport with them, and so it makes the process easier and faster. So many of our clients who've seen our videos, uh, it's almost as if they know us already.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, Ernesto, how you doing? And they introduce themselves. And sometimes they even make comments like, oh, I recognize that couch. I recognize that plant, this. And they relate to that. They like that connection. So that's what videos do.
It's a great way to build that know like trust that I talk about all the time. If you're in this group, you see me talk about it a lot, but know like trust. That is, I mean, people don't buy from you or spend their money with you unless they know you, like you, and trust you. And that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
video is
And
the fastest way to build that.
yeah, and the way that you position your background as well too. So let's say if you wanted to build a studio like this, this is just in one of my rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And because I do a lot of videos, I have video camera positioned there. I've got the GoPro. I've got uh, um, I've got my mini drones and lenses, and that's what I project. That's my brand.
Mm-hmm.
This TV's projecting, pictures. I love that. And then added these touch. I also add a character where, I've got Incredible
So
Hulk,
the
I've
swear
got
jar.
Goofy, and I've got the swear jar right here. But at the same time, you can also see that book that says Your Brain at Work.
Mm-hmm.
That also signals that, hey, this guy has something. And at the same time, I'm wearing a shirt from Kauai, right?
On brand.
So, you create, the thing that I tell people when they create brands on video, I tell them, what would you want people to experience? In the video, will they understand who you are as a human being, right? Who you represent, all of those things.
Yep.
So that's one thing that you have to kind of look at in videos.
Oh, that's crazy. Even I learned something. and videos, the way that I put videos and photos out into the world are similar because, the lighting stuff is similar, the positioning is similar, but the fact that I learned something too, I love it. And I love that we added psychology in there as well. Oh, by the way, Ernesto is also a therapist. Yeah, so
Surprise!
He knows what he's talking about. Surprise! He knows what he's talking about. Are you working on anything right now? How can people follow you and listen and learn? And
yeah, I'm creating. I have a membership site right now that I haven't really fully published. A membership site where it's basically a host of videos how to edit, how to do branding, how to do videos on your cell phone. So I have a lot of video tutorials, and it's basically a Netflix type of, you can just click and watch videos, download content. So I'm still working on many of the content. So that is something that, you know, people can join. There's also my Facebook group, filmit.com, where it's a community of therapists, business owners who want to create video. And if you don't want to post it in public, that you post it in that group, and then they give you feedback and they give you support and all that.
Oh, that's great. That's good. That's a good place to practice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. So what's the you're still working on your membership, but is there a link that people can go to like sign up?
Absolutely.
Email?
So what I'll do is I'll send you the link. It's a filmit.com link.
Perfect.
I don't remember it on the top of my head, but I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, I'll put that in the comments or the caption. And if anybody has any questions for Ernesto, just put them in the comments too. I'm sure he'll be happy to answer them for you. When you do lives, by the way, always answer every comment in your live.
Yep.
Connect with them, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you guys are doing right now, making sure that the people are engaging as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. And we will post this up in the group and on YouTube. And thank you so much for chatting with me for a little bit and teaching me things as well.
Oh,
bonus.
Love it.
Bonus when I learn.
There you go.
And we'll post the links for Ernesto and his membership and his Facebook group down below for you. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Aloha.